In today's episode, I'm taking a look at this latest 2021 release from the Gucci Guilty line of fragrances. This is Gucci Guilty Love Edition Mmxxi, and to find out my thoughts on this one, stay tuned to Mags Frags. Yes, hello again everybody and welcome to another episode of Mags Frags. I'm Paul and this is day 101 of my Fragrance 365 project, where I give my thoughts on a different fragrance every day for a whole year. So today's scent of the day is Gucci Guilty Pour Homme Love Edition Mmxxi, and this is an aromatic fougere fragrance for men, and the perfumer behind this creation was Alberto Marias. There's also a female version that comes in a cream coloured bottle, but it's the lilac men's version that we're focusing on today. Yeah, so the bottle arrives in this lilac coloured box with a matte finish, and on the front there's the name of the house, the name of the fragrance and the concentration, which is all printed in a gloss black finish. On the bottom there's the barcode and also the batch code, and the batch number for this one is 0250. I've got to say that the box does feel a little bit on the cheap side, and they've used the same kind of cardboard that my school books used to be covered in back in the 1980s and 90s. And as you can see, it's already started to tear on the corner. It does feel quite cheap. However, inside the box is a totally different story, and it's easy to see kind of where the presentation budget has been spent on this one, because the bottle does look great. It comes in the familiar hip flask shaped bottle like all the other Gucci Guilty flankers, but it has this really cool little window at the top, and the rest of the bottle is finished in like an opaque lilac colour. There's an embossed logo on the front and also on the back, and we've got the name of the fragrance printed in black. On the back there's a little slogan that says, "We should be together, but we are not," which is nice and romantic with Valentine's Day coming around the corner, fellas. There's a small plastic click-on cap which also includes the Gucci logo on the top, and then there's the chrome atomizer which delivers a really nice fine mist of spray. The bottle design on this I think is really smart, and I actually think it's the best looking bottle in the old Gucci Guilty lineup. Yeah, the top notes in this one are lemon and pink pepper. In the heart there's orange blossom, honey, lavender and neroli, and in the base there's patchouli and cedar. So the very first time I sprayed this straight out of the box, I was really disappointed with the initial opening, and it was just an unnatural and an unpleasant chemical attack on my senses. But after a few minutes, once it had settled down, I started to pick up on the soapy neroli and the zesty lemon, which produce a clean and refreshing, like shower gel type vibe. As it fully dries down, the honey and the lavender sweeten it up ever so slightly, but I fully expected the lavender to be more prominent in this one, judging by the colour of the bottle, and something maybe along the lines of Penhaligon's Brilliantly British, but that isn't the case, and to my nose it's the white florals that dominate the heart of the fragrance, with the orange blossom and the neroli at front and centre. But even though these notes play a major role, I wouldn't say that it's in any way a feminine smelling scent. In the far dry down, it takes on more of an interesting green and earthy twist once all the mid notes have faded, and you're left with the cedar and the patchouli in the base. And this is kind of my favourite part of the fragrance, even though by this time it's kind of become a skin scent. But the fragrance does get better as it develops, so I would say that if you are planning on giving this one a try, I would give it a few full wearings, because if I was in a shop and I tested this and just from a tester strip, there'd be no way that I'd be taking it to the cash desk and purchasing it, because the opening is just offensive. However, I'm starting to enjoy this one more and more each time I wear it, and overall I'd say it's a very nice fragrance with a light and delicate character. There's nothing new or unique in here, and it's basically a generic designer fragrance with a straight out of the shower aroma. This is a daytime scent for the spring and summer months, and it'd work really well as a work scent or just a casual daily driver. There's nothing sexy or seductive in this, so it's not something I'd consider wearing for a night out or a date night. This kind of makes me think of springtime on a sunny day, sat having a picnic in maybe like a large country park where there's plenty of flowers in bloom. It's bright and cheerful with an elegant floral charm, and it does have like an outdoorsy, airy feel about it. This is not great when it comes to the performance, I'm afraid, and it seems to become a total skin scent in less than an hour. I haven't tried it in a real world situation yet, we've been in lockdown, but I can kind of just tell that it's not a huge projector. And after around the 4-hour mark, I can hardly detect it whatsoever, even if I go directly to where I first sprayed it. This is one that you're gonna need to keep reapplying it through the day if you want to get a full day out of it. And maybe that's the reason for the hip flask bottle shape, so that you can carry it around with you in your pocket without it being too bulky. But one thing is for sure, this is definitely not a beast mode performer. It is a very light projector, and the performance I probably gave it a 5 or a 6 out of 10. This is a fragrance that would be nice just to apply after a long shower when you just want to keep that fresh, clean feeling going for a little while longer. The opening isn't the best, but overall it's a very pleasant and likeable scent that will get you complimented if people are close enough to you. I also think the bottle design looks really nice. However, the performance is below average and the scent profile is very generic and uninspiring. And in my opinion, there are loads of better and cheaper options out there. And for that reason, I would give Gucci Guilty Love Edition 2021 a 6 out of 10. Yes, so once again, that's about it for today's scent of the day. Tomorrow I'm talking about a fragrance that has been hyped a fair bit in the community over the years, and it seems to divide opinion for some reason, but I'll be giving you my input on it, so make sure to tune in tomorrow to see which one I'm talking about. If you found this video useful, please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And it's also great to hear your opinions, your thoughts and your critiques on all of these fragrances that feature in the 365 project. So don't forget to keep your comments coming down in the comments section. So as always, thank you once again very much for watching. Stay safe, keep smelling fresh, and I'll see you tomorrow for another one. Bye bye for now.